How's it going, people? How's it going, people? Welcome back to Lee's channel and welcome back to the weekend roundup. Yes, before you start, we haven't picked the show name yet. We're still on the weekend roundup, but you know what? It's caught on. I can't lie to you. I think it makes sense. Obviously, it's the Monday after football, so what better name to call it? Weekend roundup. Lee, my guest, as always, for the first few episodes. I think this is the last one, and then we're going to move into other guests. Moving forward, Lee will obviously be back and forth in and out of the show. But how's it going, Lee? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. A little bit peed off about yesterday, but other than that, it's all good, man. Just doing my grind, mate. Putting the live shows out there, and it's getting there, man. We're about 1,400 away from 50K, which would be mad, absolute madness. And yeah, if everybody who is in the chat, anybody who's in the chat who hasn't subscribed to Turkish, the link is in the title. Click on the link, takes you straight to his channel. So go and check that out.
Yeah, appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that, bro. Like you said, yesterday, and then the sooner we touch on it, the better, because we've only got an hour, mate. And this is meant to be the weekend roundup, but over the last few weeks, it feels like an Arsenal roundup because we tend to take the headlines more often than not, and not in the best of ways. So talk to me, Lee. Where do we begin? Lineup. Let's begin with the lineup. How was you feeling when the lineup was released? What was your thoughts?
Willian, first name that popped out, bruv. Willian. Yeah, and I said all week after we found out that he broke government guidelines, flew over to Dubai, I was like, if he's in the team, I'm going to go mad. Yeah, he shouldn't be in the team. And I went mad. I weren't happy with it, mate. It was like, just seems like certain players in this squad seem to be able to do what they want. And then other players get treated slightly differently. Obviously, Mesut Ozil, rightly or wrongly, ain't in the team. Cast aside. Guendouzi was cast aside. Maitland-Niles seems to be cast aside. And then you've got Willian, seemingly can just do what he wants. So I was fuming about Willian. Bellerin, again, another one I weren't happy with after the absolute joke of a performance he put in against Aston Villa. Why did he start? Especially when you got Maitland-Niles who's playing for England. Yeah, it's mad. I don't get why Bellerin keeps starting. Rob Holding, another one. I know David Luiz. I didn't know when the lineup came out, but the chat were telling me at the time that his missus had a baby on that day. So congratulations to him and his wifey. But I didn't know at the time. But I suppose he was probably the only option, Rob Holding. But like I said, I weren't really too happy with it. Him and Bellerin together are just no good, man. And then I was happy that Willock started. I think that after his performances in Europa, I thought, yeah, do you know what? It's nice to see him actually get a chance. And now you've got to take the chance, which he didn't. Pepe, happy he started. And Aubameyang was kind of through the middle, but at times it was like we were playing with two left wingers. Because I think he just slotted back into left wing way too often. And William was at left wing as well. And yeah, other than that, I was kind of happy with it. It was just, it was more the Willian, Holding and Bellerin. Other than that, I was kind of happy with it. We knew it was going to be Xhaka and Ceballos. We knew that that Tierney was going to be at left back. We knew that Gabriel would start. So yeah, it was. William winds me up, bruv. I know you called him out early doors, yeah, but I actually thought he'd do better than he's done. And he's been poor, man, but he just seems to get a pass. So yeah, that really wound me up after what he did. But yeah, other than that,
what can we do? What can we do? I think I completely agree. We changed formation, happy. We put Abba up top, happy. We started Pepe, happy. We started Willian, not happy. We started Bellerin, not happy. With Holding, obviously, without Luiz there, I understand, because without Luiz there, you're going to start another centre-back that I guess I'm not happy with. And even with Luiz, I'm not exactly over the moon about that either. It's just he's the best of the bunch. Yeah. So I agree with you. But overall, again, I agree that I was probably more happy moving into the game with that lineup. He changed, in my opinion, enough that we wanted. Me being one of them. Obviously, Willian and Bellerin do stick out like a sore thumb, but when I look at the game, I think Bellerin defensively, as always, backs off too much, but overall, he didn't have the worst of games, and he actually created our best chance and the best chance of the game for Saka. So on another day, he gets an assist, we win the game, and it's all happy days in the Arsenal fan base again, forgetting the not so distant past. But I feel like Arteta done enough to relieve the pressure of change, but as the match wore on and the less impact that change had, the first 50 minutes, I didn't see much at all in terms of creativity, fluidity, transition, and that midfield three. As much as I would have liked Willock to start too, we don't really have any other options without El Nene and Partey because our midfield is so light. Without El Nene and Partey, that's the only three we can play unless you risk Saka in there as the attacking mid. Probably something I would have done. But Lee, the red card. First and foremost, I think we both agree is stupid. We can't make excuses for Pepe. It was a moment of madness. Give me your thoughts on that incident first and foremost.
He's an idiot. Absolute idiot, bruv. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. First time he's ever had a red card in his life. But Rance made this point to me earlier when we did our stream earlier. He said maybe the reason he got so angry and he reacted is because of what's going off the pitch, like what's going on off the pitch. The fact that he plays well and he gets benched. He scores a goal, he gets benched. He don't get a consistent run of games. Maybe he don't like the manager. I don't know. And it seems like when you look at it after it happened, like, and you see all the little tussling that they were having, like, and off the ball and stuff like that, it's like I look at that and I just think, like, where's our captain? Our captain surely sees that during the game. He's right next to him. Yeah, surely the captain should be saying to him, "Yo, don't get sent off today. Come on, man. We're 0-0. We're under the cosh here. We need you today." And let's be real, he was probably our best attacking threat. Yeah. And he totally nosed it up. I'm not blaming him for us not winning that game. Yeah, no way am I blaming him for that. Yes, it was dumb, and rightly so he got sent off. I'm just looking at it thinking that when Arteta, after the game, like, he was fuming. You could see Arteta was fuming, yeah? But it's like, why have you hung him out to dry?
I thought that was a bit of an act, Lee. And this is coming from someone that, what, let me just let you read this comment out. We got a super chat. I'll allow you to read this one.
The Rat Packer gathering, I'm not reading that next bit, bro. We don't deal with that on here anymore. We're muting now.
Okay, cool. Lee Gunner, the Rat Master General.
Lee Gunner, the Rat Master General. Phil, you're a G, bro. Thank you. Like, listen, that particular person that you put in there, yeah, we don't mention him on here anymore, bro. Yeah, we just do our thing, innit?
Yeah. Well, going back to Arteta, I feel it was a bit of an act. I feel like the performance wasn't good enough, even with 11 men, and Pepe, put it all on himself. He made himself the easy target. And Arteta, I believe, played on that. I think the whole, like, starting your interview like this, it's like, really? Really? I didn't believe it. I actually didn't believe it. And then, fair enough, when you're asked about him, you say it was unacceptable. Fair enough, it was. But later on, when you haven't been asked directly about Pepe and you say, when Pepe let the team down, I'd be looking at it like, rah. Well, am I the first one to let this team down then? Because
how many David Luiz red cards did we see last season? Yep.
Who was the last person to get off open goal in the Premier League? Pepe, when he came on against Sheffield United.
Exactly.
You can't put it all on him. And I believe Arteta has done well in doing that, as well as a lot of the fan base, because, a lot of the fan base are so reactionary that they will dwell on the red card more so than the fact, and it is a fact, that the performance in the first half was as poor, if not worse, than it was.
We were better with 10 men. We played better with 10 men. We created more chances with 10 men. And the thing is, like, I think they had 24 shots in total. They had 14 of them at by half time. Yeah. And we didn't have a single shot on target. People can sit there and bang on about, we hit the woodwork. Come on, that weren't a shot, bruv. That cross or whatever it was, that weren't a shot. Come on, man.
No, it wasn't. Come on.
Let's be real. And we just look devoid of ideas. Like, it's mad. Like, I've said to you backstage before I come on here, Orbinio Twitter account's been putting out some quality content today, mate. Yeah. Our two centre backs made one pass to each other in 90 minutes. One pass in 90 minutes. Yeah. Bellerin did not pass the ball to Pepe once in the whole time Pepe was on the pitch. Yeah, he's playing. Do you ever play FIFA on the console?
Yeah.
You know, when you play FIFA and you get this little idiot that just like gets the ball with his pacey player and just runs diagonally across the pitch from right back all the way up to left wing. Yeah. You can't catch him because he's just going straight. That's Bellerin, bruv.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going diagonal. He's inverted. Right
Even
back.
where he created the chance like that as well. He went diagonal inside and
he don't go down the wing anymore. Which
he moves like he's left-footed. He moves like he's left-footed. He runs like he's.
It's mad, mate. Don't even get me started on him. That guy's got more foul throws than I've ever seen anyone do in my life. It's pathetic. Yeah, like it's ridiculous. And then what was the other stat? The most completed passes to Aubameyang was 5 by one particular player. That player was the goalkeeper. Like, where's the midfield? Where's the left back? Where's the rest of the players? Like, how can your goalkeeper complete the most passes to the striker? That's just a joke.
How? Especially with the football we play, it's not like the keeper's playing it long to Oba. If that's the case, Oba must be dropping. And if that's the case, it means our team is not transitioning well enough, because it has to be someone from midfield or someone from the wings that are providing Oba with the most balls. And if that's not happening and it's Leno, you know, them stats, as much as stats can be manipulated in a lot of ways, there's some stats that can only be looked at one way. And I think what you said about Bellerin not passing to Pepe, that's mad to me. I'm going to go check it out after, because
not a single pass to Pepe in the whole game.
How do you expect the man to, you know?
And the thing is, like, I do blame him. Yeah, I don't blame him for the result, because, like you said, we were getting peppered anyway, bro. On another night, Leno was superb. Him in the woodwork kept that from being 6-0. Bamford should have had a hat-trick at least. The first save, I think it was, that Leno made when he went down to his right and it bounced off his wrist. Bruv, well, I see about 4 different replays of that when it was live, when they showed the reverse angle, so you're behind the goal and you see it. Bruv, man couldn't see where Bamford was kicking that ball. He guessed, What a save. Because he could have looked a right prick if he had gone the wrong way. Do you know what I mean? Why are you diving the opposite way? What a save. The one where it was high up in the top corner, he put his hand up. Brilliant save. But it's just, bro, I don't get it. Like, I just look at our squad and I think there's about 10 or 15 players in that squad that are quite comfortably top 4 material. And he can pick an 11 out of that 25 that can get us top 4. That's how I look at it.
Actually, you know, I have to think though, because right back, we haven't got no one that I can trust. Nobody.
Do you not rate Maitland?
I rate him more than Bellerin, but that doesn't mean I rate him. It just means that he's the best.
Let me read this out to you, I tweeted this earlier, right? 8 players that Arteta has signed, 8 out of 25 of the squad are his, Cedric Suarez, Pablo Mari, David Luiz, he gave a new deal, on his watch, Gabriel, the goalkeeper Runnison, Thomas Partey, William, and he wanted Ceballos back. That's 8 out of 25, There's now another 8 that I believe are good enough to play for Arsenal. Aubameyang, Martinelli, Saliba, Tierney, Saka, Pepe, Maitland-Niles, and possibly Leno. Like I said, I don't rate him. He was superb yesterday. That's now 16 players between the players he's signed on his watch and the rest that are good enough. I think we pretty much all agree on them players are good enough. Aubameyang and all them on Saka and that. That's now only 9 players out of a 25-man squad that he don't particularly want or ain't good enough, in my opinion. Should be doing better, bruv.
I've got to agree, Lee. You know, we talked before the show, and you said that I'm not Arteta out, but I've got to say to you, I didn't say it before the show, I'm not Arteta in either. I just feel like we might potentially cause more problems, getting rid of him in the long run than not. We might not. It might work out. Like, I can more understand fans' frustration and anger and negativity than I can fans' positivity, optimism, and hope. To me, that is built off no foundation. To me, there's nothing there that we've seen, not only under Arteta, but under Emery and the latter years of Wenger, that gives me any hope or any indication that we're going to change.
And go in the right direction.
So I agree with you. I agree with you that on paper, you look at it like that, and the way you break it down, those players, I agree, they are the ones that I would probably keep at the club as good enough. You look at the other players that he's added, And you start to, because look, we just mentioned right back, and let's pull out Cedric, for example. I just don't understand why you would bring in a right back when you have two on the books, and when you have the opportunity to sell one of the two, because you had opportunity to sell both this summer.
Yeah.
You don't do it, and you go into the season with 3, and the one you just bought is third choice. And that doesn't make sense to me, you know? And as much as it might be Arteta's choice, Cedric, who sanctioned the deal?
Bro, we signed him on loan. He didn't kick a ball, and then we gave him a 4-year deal. Has that ever happened before? Right? Has anyone ever signed a player on loan and then gave him a 4-year deal off of the back of no minutes?
Bro, we do a lot of firsts in the wrong way. You know, we do a lot of firsts.
It's the same with Marie, though. Let's be real here. Yeah, Marie, we don't know how good that guy actually is. We've never seen him play. We've seen him play, 2 games? Portsmouth and West Ham, I think it was, yeah? Mm-hmm. Portsmouth, I'm not judging him because, let's be real, they're 2 divisions lower, yeah? And West Ham, we just about scraped through that game, yeah? And we got bullied by Antonio in that game. If he had bagged his chances, that's 3-0, yeah, before we even score, you know? So that's another one. And we paid 13 million quid for that guy. And then we've gone and signed David Luiz on a new deal, and then we've signed Gabriel. So we've signed 3 centre-backs since Arteta's been here. We've signed Cedric at right-back. We've signed another goalkeeper. So it's quite clear the direction he wants to go in terms of defence, build from defence, yeah?
Yeah.
Are any of them good enough other than Gabriel? Like, is Luiz good enough? No. Like, is this Marie? Probably not. Yeah, Cedric, probably not. Although I did think at Southampton he was actually quite good, yeah? And then midfield, he's brought Ceballos back in. I mean, what's that all about? Yeah, it's mad. And then you've got Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is another stat. We love stats. Yeah, he only spent 2 weeks out injured in his entire Atletico Madrid career. Arsenal, injured.
How long out in Atletico?
Years. He's been there for years, bro.
How many games did he miss? Say that again.
2 weeks. He's only been out injured for 2 weeks in his whole career at Atletico. I see that. I read that the other day on Twitter. Yeah, it's mad. He comes to Arsenal and he's injured. Like, maybe
he's already missed 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's mad. We're probably see. I've heard people say before, like ex-players, yeah, that have played for us, about the training pitches are rock hard.
Yeah,
they're not like they're grass, but they're rock solid. Yeah. And a lot of people pick up these muscular injuries on them pitches. It's like a plastic type pitch, yeah, but it's grass and plastic intertwined. Yeah, maybe it's that. I don't know, because we get a lot of injuries, bruv. Like,
it doesn't make sense. I can't lie. That stat is another one that shocked me today, Lee. I can't lie. I mean, 2 weeks out at Atletico, he's already on his 3rd week out at Arsenal because the international break was 2 of those.
Yeah,
so that is mad to me. And we have a notorious history of injury problems, not getting the comeback dates right, you know, being way off. And not really given the best platform for rehabilitation. I remember Van Persie one time said, "Fuck all this, let me go to Holland and do my thing over there with my knee injury." Yeah. And how long ago was that? So I just want to go.
Diaby's another one. Jack Wilshere's another one. Constant updates, and the updates were always 6 months out.
Yeah, all the time. I just want to go through some of these super chats before we lose them, Lee. Neeraj says, people forget Pepe scored goals under Emery, even the free kicks in Europa League. There's talent there, but a manager who already thinks he's Guardiola, I guess he thinks not. Shake my head.
Big up to that guy as well. Man bought a hoodie off my website today. So thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Raj. Yeah, you heard that. Special thanks from Lee. Carl Rossi in the building as always. Big up my 2 favorite Arsenal fans. What do you make of Xhaka defending the player against Pepe at the end of the game? For me, it's embarrassing. No fight FC. Lee, what did you make of that there again?
Do you know what? When I watched it last night, because I see Tierney was trending, yeah, right, and I turned it off as soon as the game finished. I didn't see any of that.
Yeah.
So I know Chig was telling me, "Oh, Tierney looks like he's ready to like go in on someone." I was like, "What?" So when I looked last night, I was like, "Okay, he looks like he's ready to have it with the guy." When I watched it back this morning, because I see a couple of comments saying, "No, he's actually having a guy at Xhaka."
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I looked at it and I thought, actually, people are right. Yeah, because Xhaka's got his arm around him and he's talking to him. Tierney's got up to him and he's like, and then Xhaka's pushed him away. Some people have sat on the fence and gone like, or sat the opposite way, sorry, and said, maybe he's done us a favour, Xhaka, pushing him away and getting him out of the situation because he potentially could have got sent off by VAR after the game. because he could have done something stupid and then we lose our best left back. But at the same time, you've got Hector Bellerin standing laughing and joking with him. Yeah. You've got Granit Xhaka standing there laughing and joking with him. And then you've got the one geezer in the squad that day, yeah, that's actually got any bollocks about him and any fight. Yeah, serial winner. Bro, the guy's got more trophies than most of them pricks put together. Yeah, and he's 23. Yeah. And I just look here and people laughed at me when I said, when we first signed him, I said, make him captain straight away. I wanted Tierney before we signed Tierney.
Yeah,
I couldn't know how good he was. Yeah, and everyone was like, oh, what do you want him as captain for? Because he's a winner. Yeah, he's got it. Even though it's the Scottish League, you ain't getting no dickhead game up in Scotland, bro. They're going to fly into you and it's going to kick off every game, yeah?
Yeah.
You know, the Premier League, you touch them, they fall over. Up there, they're flying into tackles, yeah? He's a proper tough, he's an old school throwback to the 90s left back, yeah? With modern technicality and all that, yeah? I love him, bruv. And I just think like, I just think that that's the mentality. You see, Bellerin after the game said something on Arsenal website, yeah, saying that, yeah, some things we were good at, some things we were not so good at, and that's what makes the game so great. And he said, if a striker goes one-on-one and scored every time, the game would be boring. Like, does this guy not get it, bruv? Like, and this is people's captain. People were telling me make him captain.
Yeah, I remember that. Fucking hell.
Bruv, him and Xhaka are the types of players that just don't get it, bruv. They don't get it. And when you've got somebody who's 23 years old, who's won trebles, yeah, coming down and wanting it, saying, yo, you milked that, you wound my teammate up the whole game, and man flipped, yeah, he shouldn't have flipped, but you wound him up, you got my man sent off, yeah, we could have won the game, yeah, blah, 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 and he's got a passion, he's got hunger, he wants to go and have a go, and he got Xhaka, yeah, like standing there, which is why he's gone and had a go at Xhaka. I make him right. Big up Tierney, bruv. But you know the one thing I'll say here, yeah? We've got a man called Matteo Guendouzi, and I've seen people saying, oh, well, he fell out with his manager before he come to us. He fell out with Emery. He didn't fall out with Emery. I don't remember him falling out with Emery. Then he fell out with Arteta. We could do with Guendouzi now. At least he's got some bollocks. At least he'll drop his shoulder and dribble past a man in midfield and create something. I'd take Guendouzi back right now.
But even quality-wise, forget all of that. Quality-wise, he's probably better than what we have right now, aside from Partey too. So I get what you mean. And going back to the Xhaka thing, when we know he's got no balls, we know he's got no character, we know he hasn't got the right mentality already. You know, does it surprise me? Not at all, seeing those pictures. But like Lee said, Tierney is the sort of mentality and character we need to continue bringing in to the club, because it won't just change with one or two. With one or two, they're still the minority, and if you keep them the minority, players like that get frustrated. You know, characters like that get frustrated. They're not here for no fun and games. In my opinion, someone like Kieran Tierney or Thomas Partey, they're here to play football, win, and they mean business. You know, if you have clowns around them, you know, they can fall into that trap, or they'll get fed up and move to a club that does mean business. And over the last 10 years, is there any other club better than ours at selling talent, or talent leaving us because they want to go to a club that means business, that is not just like a social club? I think when you look at Atletico Madrid, yeah, they got a serial winner as manager. Yeah, a tough man of the game back in the day, Simeone. He was a bad boy, bro. Yeah. But he's also a bad boy manager. Yeah. He don't take no shit. He drills his team. Yeah, and people say they play boring football, bro. I don't watch them so much now. I used to watch them every week when they had Griezmann and all that lot. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you now, yeah, they play quality football, and they play the football that we're trying to play, but they actually have an end product up front, and they have a bit of creativity. Thomas Partey was scoring goals. You know, they've got a decent midfield. We haven't. I get that, but we don't seem to want to create from midfield, which is why when people say bring Ozil back and this and that, I'm like, bro, you know, we can create from every other area on the pitch. You don't need an attacking midfielder here, because Liverpool ain't got one. You know, they create from down the wings. And if we want to go down that route, why are we playing Bellerin inverted when no one's overlapping him? Like, it makes no sense. Like, and I look at some other teams. Let me reel this off to you, yeah? Let me ask the chat room. Go on, read that out, bro. Go on. Let me read this one out quickly. Neftali Hernandez says, Turk, I sent you a super chat on your stream with KG. That Bamford will cause us problems, but if he wasn't on his day, we could win. Luck is important, and I'm happy for the point, but how long until we see proper football, mate? I cannot answer that question for you. I asked that question 10 years ago, and here I am. Here I am telling you that there is no answer to that question right now. But go on, Lee. What was you going to bring up?
I want to ask the chat room, and I want to ask you this, yeah?
Yeah.
Would you take David Moyes at Arsenal? Straight up. I'm not fucking with you either. Would you take David Moyes? Yes or no? You wouldn't. How many West Ham players would you take at Arsenal? I'd consider Antonio, because I think he's a handful, bruv.
I'd consider Antonio maybe on a rotation with Ober up top, Souček and Rice.
Souček decent, yeah.
Souček and Rice probably even start for us, let alone fucking do we want them. Who's their fullbacks?
Who's the guy at left back? Oh, what's his name?
Cresswell.
Cresswell. Yeah, I wouldn't take him over Tierney.
Well, before Tierney, I would have taken Cresswell, but yeah now we've got Tierney. No,
Lanzini maybe.
Lanzini.
Possibly.
Yes and no, because Lanzini could be a genius stroke, or it could be a big flop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noble.
You know what it is with Noble? We need that player in an Arsenal mold who like is a captain, a leader, someone that stands up for the club, the players, the fans, someone that, you know, just means business and he doesn't let people go astray. So in that sense, I'd take a Noble, but I wouldn't take.
Do you not think we got that with Tierney?
Yeah, we do, but we need a bit more of that, I think.
Yeah.
You know,
the reason I've asked you that question, the reason I've asked you and the chat, and everyone in the chat said no with taking Moyes. Some people are saying to take Bowen. He's not a bad player.
Oh, Jared Bowen. Yeah.
He's not a bad player at all. The reason I asked that, this is their run of games this season, back to back, bruv, with a dead manager, yeah? And by the way, that dead manager got the job on the 29th of December. So just after Arteta got the job, yeah? Yes, I know he managed them before, but a whole year later or whatever it was, he come back again. It's a different team, a different like mindset, blah, blah, blah. They've played Arsenal away. Straight after that, they had Wolves at home, Leicester away, Spurs away, City at home, Liverpool away. They sit above us. There's no excuses for this guy, bruv. Yeah? How can David Moyes, with a team that we could maybe take, I don't know, 3 players and then iffy on a couple of others?
Yeah.
How can they sit above us after having that run of games? And sandwiched in between, I think it was Spurs or Leicester and Spurs, they played Everton in the cup.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah, it is mad. Lee, again, it's mad to hear it like that. And the more you say it, the more I think about it. It's like Emery is the same. So Emery came in with a style of play, but when he realized the personnel he had and when he realized some of the shit he had to deal with, he had to change it up, and he tried his best to chop and change, to make halftime substitutions, to flip around formations. It worked for as long as it worked for, and then it didn't know more. And when it didn't know more, it came to an end because neither the players nor the manager could see past it. Essentially, with Arteta, he's come in with what he believes is a style and identity that he wants to implement. Soon after, he's had to change it up because it's not going well. That change up has provided some consistency, some balance, some structure. But now you need to build on it. Now the pressure is slightly on. You know, he didn't have the best transfer window any manager would need at Arsenal Football Club. But like you said, there's other teams outperforming us in the league that shouldn't be. I think because of the problems he faced early on and the need for change, he's overthinking it. Like Emery started overthinking it. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's going to be the downfall. You know, overthinking what you have to do with this side. We went from Arsene Wenger, who didn't think much. He just let you go out and spread your wings, to 2 managers that have had to overthink to make it work in spurts. But in reality, it doesn't seem like there has been much change. You are right. You know, as much as our defense has been better, we've seen more organization and structure. The same problem that Wenger had to go for, which was a lack of balance, you know, it still exists. A lack of balance. It's just in the opposite way. We defend and organize better than we did, but our attack is.
That's the thing. We used to, under Wenger, we used to go all out attack and can't defend. Yeah. And then under Emery, it was kind of 1 week we'll outscore you, the next week we won't. Yeah. And now this manager, it kind of worked in 4 big games towards the end of last season. Yeah, with the cup and all that, and the shield. And I think he's even come out, and then this is what baffles me, bro. He's come out and said he don't want to play part of the bus football, yeah? And that's not what he wants to do going forward. Yeah. But why'd you keep buying all these defenders then? Because, you know, it's easy to compare to Chelsea, for example, but Chelsea have got a decent squad. They've spent a lot of money, yeah? Although we've outspent them over the last 6 seasons, but they went and done 200 million quid in the summer. We didn't. When you look at Tottenham, they got Jose 4 weeks before we got, or 4 games before we got Arteta. Yeah. Bruv, they were in turmoil. They'd just gone Champions League final. Yeah. And their players literally down tools. Like no piss take. They all down tools. Yeah. When we sacked Emery, I don't think all of them are down tools. Yeah. I think some of them are down tools. But again, I agree, should have been sacked. But I look at this manager and I think, like, really, if you dissect, he's had, what, 40 odd games in total in all competitions. Yeah. How many games have we actually played well? And like, not the results, but actual performances. Newcastle at home 4-0, but the first half was dead. Yeah. Second half was superb. They capitulated at 1-0. We played Man City in the semi-final. I'd put that down as a good performance. Yeah. Chelsea in the final. That was a decent performance. Although saying that, if Pulisic hadn't got injured as he's clean through on goal, we probably wouldn't have won it.
Oh yeah.
Pick one in, bruv. Where else have we played well? People are saying Man United, but no, the performance was dead. The result was good. Yeah. The football has been diabolical, bruv. Yeah. Abbas said that you missed his super chat. I'm just going to read it out. Yeah. I didn't even see it pop up on StreamYard, bruv, if I'm honest.
Nor have I.
He said that it does that a lot, to be fair. It said last season we said where would we be without Aubameyang? We see the answer this season. Everyone has regressed. The players are at fault. The manager. My fucking screen's froze. My screen's I put it on my monitor and the screen's froze, bruv. Okay. Yeah, it says the manager's a bigger problem. I think that says we run out of characters, but we are seeing where we are without Aubameyang because his goals are dried up and we're drying up.
Yeah, we are. And Lee Chapman says Arteta's a liar. Don't trust half of what he says. And Khan O'Connor treats players like friends. He needs a backbone. And we got another one from Phil too. Appreciate all the super chats, comments, thoughts, all of that. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. Over 830 people in the live now. And Phil says Arsenal won't pay for a high pedigree manager. But would you take Hasenhüttl? I did ask Lee this a couple of weeks ago, and I do ask everyone that wants Arteta out, not because I disagree, but because I just want to understand if they believe in this board enough to replace Arteta properly. And actually, that name there is one of those names that, like a Bielsa or like a Ten Hag or a Nagelsmann, that might be able to work under limited conditions and perform well like Klopp and Poch have done over the last few years. But in reality, you know, who do you want next? I remember you said a couple of weeks ago.
Bro, it's mad, right? It's funny because talking to Bielsa very quickly, big up everyone watching live, smack the like button firstly, and make sure you subscribe to Turkish's channel. Touch the @ in the title, it takes you straight there. You don't need to leave the stream, it does it automatically. Take you straight there, subscribe. It's funny because I was talking to Kaji. Yeah, we did a Leeds preview in it, yeah, and he said about Bielsa. He goes, Bielsa wouldn't do good at a big club. Yeah, he's stay at a smaller club, get the project and build. Yeah, which he's done with Leeds. He said, I think if he had bigger names and bigger personalities, he might not be as good. Yeah, and obviously he knows him better than we do. As for Hasenhüttl, man got slapped 9-0 by Leicester, bruv. Yeah, what a turnaround. Yeah, because let's be real, if that was us or Man United, he's sacked. Yeah, that ain't even a debate. He is sacked.
The players won't survive that. The players would be hurt for years to come. That's the difference as well. Southampton have men in this squad. Arsenal, I don't know.
I don't know what they are, bro. I'm not going down that. I was going to say that.
Go down that. You already know what it is, man.
But I would take Hasenhüttl. Yeah, I would take him because do you know what? Like you said, he works on a budget. He plays good football. He's basically a B-Tech Klopp. Yeah, in the nicest possible way. He's got a tune out of Danny Ings. Yeah, to the point where the guy's left Liverpool, gone to Southampton and smashed goals for fun Danny Ings walks in our starting 11 straight away over Lacazette. Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah, it's true. All day.
It's mad. He's done well, but you asked me who I want. Who do I want? Well, I wanted Jose, bro. That ain't going to happen. And seeing them sat top of the league, 7 points clear after 9, I don't know if that's ever happened before. But who would I say? I'd Simeone, bro. If we're going to play this dead, boring, like park the bus football, at least get someone who's a master at it and actually scores goals the other end. Yeah, go and get him. Allegri, maybe.
Yeah, you know, those are the names. Yeah, those are the names I'd want. All 3 of those: Poch, Allegri, Simeone. If you told me now we get rid of Arteta, one of them step in, I'm doing it all day long, you know. But I don't believe. Firstly, I don't believe all 3 of them would accept the conditions because it's a massive risk to their reputation. And even if they was given the money in terms of wages, I don't think they'd be able to, you know, work with this current board because they would need something, and this board offers very little. And Lee, this is what I'm worried about. Yeah, let's say we lose against Wolves and we lose against Tottenham. Actually, let's do this first. Who's at fault for Arsenal's downfall? Gazidis or Wenger? To me, Wenger left Arsenal in a mess. The reason for Arsenal's downfall starts at Hillwood and it ends with Kroenke. A little personal battle between Hillwood and Dean ended with Dean leaving. And the reason behind that was Kroenke. When Dean returned with Usmanov, Hillwood chose Kroenke. And since then, you know, other shareholders were forced or pushed into selling Kroenke, and now here we are. So that's the reason. Wenger and Gazidis each other up for all of that too. The reason that it is what it is. But yeah, if it gets after Tottenham, we are in as April to May up to the end, like it was last season and the season before, where you're gonna have that whole section of the fan base saying it's the manager's first year, give him a chance. Because you know me, I'm going to be saying, if you support this manager, then put the pressure on the board. But they're going to be saying, don't put pressure because it causes negativity. Yeah. Support your manager, back the process, trust the process. All of that shit starts coming out. I can't be asked to go through that again with the next manager. You know, if Arteta gets sacked, a new manager comes in and all these fans flip again and a new process starts, Lee. And you're as sick as I am of this trust the process shit. So
nah, man, I can't. Do you know what it is? Firstly, you were lagging very badly, but it sorted itself out, by the way. You went all like, no, you're fine. You're crystal clear, bruv. You went for about 20 seconds of lagging everywhere, bruv. Like,
man says McDonald's Wi-Fi, you know, man.
Maybe Arteta's got in the system somewhere because he's heard me talking about him. But no, listen, I look at it and I just think, I see so many people say we don't want to be that club that keeps sacking managers. Firstly, why? Yeah, people sit there and give this particular manager, a pass because he won the FA Cup. Yeah, well, on that basis, then Roberto Di Matteo is the greatest manager we've seen in this country. Then, because he won in 26 games as manager of Chelsea, he won the Champions League and FA Cup.
Yeah,
he won the double, bruv. Yeah. Guess what? Chelsea went, boy, 26 games later, you're sacked. Yeah, because they move like a big club. So you're right, it does come from the top. I get that, yeah. But at the same time, Edu cannot be trusted. That guy, there's something snide and slimy about that guy, bro. I do not trust him one bit. Yeah, I do not trust Vinay at all.
Never.
Yeah, I don't trust him. You know, the rest of them, they've been here since before we were born, bro. Like, it's mad. Yeah, they're not here for Arsenal. They're here just to get their dividends and stuff. Yeah, but I do think that the way Arsenal are going, if we don't beat Spurs, which I can't see us doing as it stands today, yeah, they're looking all right, mate. And I just look at it and I think, how far do we have to slip down the table this season before we do pull the plug? Because they've PR'd and marketed this guy so bad that what if we're sat 17th at Christmas? What, they're not going to sack him? What, and it's true though, bro. Have you seen our fixtures?
Yeah. I've seen that's after the next 2 games, let alone Christmas.
After that, we've got Burnley. Well, are we confident? Because it's Park the Bus versus Park the Bus. That's got 0-0 written all over it. Yeah. Then we've got Southampton, Everton, and Chelsea on Boxing Day. Yeah, bro, we might not win any of these games. Let's be real. But at the same time, we might win all of them. And you don't know what you're going to get with us. Bro, we ain't beating Chelsea. Yeah, we ain't beating them. Yeah, and for me, that is the day that the rest of the people wake up and go, yo, I'm done with this guy. He's ruined my Christmas. I'm sick of him. Yeah, because I don't see us beating Jose. He's a master in big games, bruv. We see that. He absolutely played it to a T. People can sit there and go, oh, but what he did was a tactical masterclass, and what Arteta did against Man United or against Leeds was this and that. One's playing Manchester City, one's playing newly promoted Leeds. Yeah. He has played City twice as manager at the White Hart Lane. Yeah. They've not conceded a goal, and they look like conceding a goal. Yeah. Twice. Clean sheets in a row. And bruv, every time they got the ball in that game, they looked like scoring. Yeah. When we get the ball against big teams, we don't look like scoring, even against little teams. Yeah. So I get why you don't want him out, and you're not in. I get it. Yeah, I get it, because you don't want to go through the whole bullshit again. I get you're tired, bruv.
You know, someone in there just said, I wish I brought it up, but someone in there said, what? Turkish is calm these days, no more ranting. It's a natural change that's occurred, Lee, because my passion is just gone. Like, you start talking to me about something that I truly like believe in. You know, you'll start seeing some more passion. I don't believe in Arsenal Football Club anymore. That's why even with Arteta, don't get it twisted. I don't give a shit. I do not care about Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta is an Everton legend. Yeah, Mikel Arteta came to Arsenal Football Club after an 8-2 hammering, and he came alongside Andre Santos, Park Chu-young, Per Mertesacker, and Yossi Benayoun. This is what Arteta reminds me of. Yes, he captained an FA Cup, cool, whatever. Yeah. So all of that, to me, that holds no weight. To me, he's a nobody. To me, Wenger was a legend, and I had to change my opinion on him. Arteta means nothing. What means something to me is the fan base. You know, stop with this whole positivity all the time.
Yeah.
Off the back of nothing. Off the back of nothing. Partey, is not enough to do what we did as a fan base over the summer. It is not enough, and it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, and it sets us back as a club, as a fan base, as everything, because the club then thinks it's done well. The club thinks the fans are happy. The club see the reaction, the shirt sales, all of that shit, and job done. Tick next to the Thomas Partey.
Yes, marketing, PR, tick. And the thing is, you just said about shirts, bruv, how many more shirts are they going to bring out? Training tops galore. Yeah, they're trying to milk it for what they can. Yeah, and the thing is, right, what you just said about Arteta is spot on. He was a deadline day panic buy at 11 o'clock. Yeah, yep. I remember the day we signed him, bruv. Yeah, 11 o'clock. Arteta signs for Arsenal, £10 million. Yeah, and the thing with it is like the positivity comes from people that are trying to reinvent themselves because of the Wenger out days. They want to be seen as the nice person on social media now, rather than the angry, like supposedly negative and toxic person. Bruv, I've got people out here saying that this channel is grooming people. Like, come on, mate. I'm grooming people.
Grooming people.
Man, bruv, man's a fully grown adult with children. He's tweeting out, I'm grooming people into becoming negative about the football club. Like everyone's 14 that watches this. Bruv, only 2% and nearly 20 million views have been from under 18s. Yeah, it's mad. And I just look at it and I think these people don't believe half the shit they're tweeting or saying on cameras and stuff like that, because they've gone past the point of no return now. And I said this to my missus earlier, yeah. When we won the FA Cup, yeah, it's actually a year on Wednesday that I said Arteta out, and I did a live stream. He hadn't even got the job at that point, but it was virtually done. I said, I ain't backing him, because I can't believe in something that if I don't believe in it, I ain't backing it. Yeah, I don't believe in Arteta. I could have very easily bowed down to all the abuse and the pressure and the peer pressure and all that bollocks, yeah, and the comments and this and that when we won the cup.
Yeah.
Why? Can you imagine if I'd said, oh, actually, yeah, I'll back him now. Even though I didn't believe it, but I went, oh, fuck it, I'll back him just to keep everyone sweet. Yeah, and then we get now, a couple of months later, and now I have to flip again. I'm real to myself, bruv, yeah. I don't want him. I didn't want him. And I ain't backing him, bruv. Yeah. And for me personally, like, I don't give a shit if we sack him. Because I look at it and I think we're a quarter of the way through the season. We've scored 9 fucking goals. Yeah, we've actually had more shots against us this season than we've had shots.
More foul throws this month than goals.
Bro, if we ain't scored a goal for nearly 8 hours from open play, yeah, these are all things that if it was under Unai Emery, and people can sit there and say, well, fuck off and support Emery then. No, it's not about supporting Emery. It's using a comparison and a yardstick because these two managers are not being put on the same fucking scope. Yeah. Everyone was on Emery, bruv. People can sit there and say, we bottled the Europa League final. Yeah, we got embarrassed, mate. Embarrassed. Yes, we bottled the top 4 race. Yes. But then people sit there and go, well, it's not down to the manager that Lacazette's missing sitters. Okay, well, on that basis, then, it ain't down to the fucking manager that Granit Xhaka kicks the Brighton striker and they get a penalty that cost us top 4.
Yeah.
Like, they're not using the same yardsticks to judge managers. It pisses me off. And it's like, just look at it and I think this manager is breaking records left, right and centre for being shit. Shit, bruv. 1928 was the last time we conceded 3 at home to Villa. 1973 was the last time we lost at home to Leicester. 1986 was the last time we scored this little amount of goals in a season at this point. Yeah. One pass between our fucking centre-backs in a game. Yeah. Aubameyang, when was the last time he actually fucking scored? Like,
it's a mess.
It's a joke, bro. But this is the thing. If this was Emery, the hype to get him out would be immense. And that is down to the football club for peddling a guy and putting him in a job. I don't blame Arteta for taking the job. We'd take it. Yeah, you offer me 6, I'd do it for free. Yeah, you offer me £6 million, I'd do it. Yeah, but I blame the club for PR and marketing this guy so fucking highly that he's going to be the next Pep. Yeah, he's not. Based on what? Let's be real. The fucking PE teacher at Manchester has won a league title in his career as manager. People can bang on he's been relegated. At least he's managed a team. Sol Campbell was more qualified, bruv, to manage Arsenal because he's managed a team.
Yeah, I said it the other day on another channel. I forgot what it was, but the board, Stan Kroenke, ownership altogether, they are the number 1 problem. But the number 2 problem, and not so far behind, is the fan base. You know, the delusion in the fan base. And I think it comes from being starved of goodbyes, being starved of winning, being starved of direction, being starved of good transfer windows. This is why a lot of the fan base are the way they are. Because like you said, with Mikel Arteta, we brought him in and everyone lauded him. Everyone said all these quotes about Guardiola saying this, someone else saying this, a player saying this. And you can't build a perception of a manager and assume or expect off the back of rumors and
hearsay. Yeah, hearsay.
It was unfounded. Now, if he came in quietly and it was under the radar, you know, we might have a different perspective, or not we, because we do slightly disagree on the Arteta out or anything, but you might have a different perspective. But because he was so highly gassed up, because all the fans decided to, you know, it was weirdly. Is it just me that felt like some fans were making it out like he's an Arsenal legend? And
mate, don't even get me started, bruv, mate. Do you know what? Somebody came in my chat yesterday, yeah? I think it was on the post-match press conference reaction I did, and said, Arsenal play like Mikel Arteta did in his career. Yeah? Boring, slow and sideways. Fucking summed it up perfect. Yeah? But people are bigging him up as being a fucking Arsenal legend. Bruv, it drives me mad, seeing some of the shit. Like, it's a good job I don't reply, or like, I just scroll past nowadays, like, unless people want to chat shit in my notifications, then cool. But if I see certain, I'll just scroll. I just think, bro, you're either doing that as a trolling thing or you're just taking the piss. Like, I don't know.
It's misplaced hope, man. I can't lie to you, Lee. I'm the way I am now because talking to other fans sometimes is like, I might as well turn around here and smash my head against this fireplace. You know what? I'd get more out of that than talking to some fans because, you know, it's a roundabout. And the roundabout's not only the ownership of Arsenal Football Club, it's the fan base too. Because we don't ever seem to come off at the same exit. We're always either not coming off at any exit at all or coming off at our own exits and deciding this is what the problem is. That's what the problem is. Be positive. Trust the process. You've got an agenda. All of these buzzwords.
Yeah, you're a Spurs fan. Yeah, the amount of, if I had £1 for every time, bro, I've been called a Spurs fan. And this is my point I was saying a minute ago, right? a lot of people, I don't believe that anyone wanted Arteta as manager. There's not a single person that can convince me that they actively decided, actually, that is my number one choice. Out of any manager in world football, you wanted a guy who's never managed. You're chatting shit. Yeah. You're chatting bollocks, bruv. Yeah. But when he got the job, I get it. You want to back him. Cool. Yeah. I ain't stopping you backing him. Yeah.
But
just because I don't want him, I ain't stopping you backing him. Yeah.
And instead, the best thing they could have done, Lee, because although we disagree on this point, we're talking probably about the same section of the fan base. And if you want to have blind hope because that's the man that's been put in place, fine. But give that man what he needs. And as fans, what he needed was pressure on Kroenke. More and more towards the end of last season. Instead, it dwindled. Obviously, COVID ruined it all, and a plane managed to fly over the Aston Villa game, and it did pose the correct questions to Arteta. We did get some quotes that he will probably live or die by come the end of his Arsenal career in terms of the support and backing. But it did something, but the fan base didn't do enough. The fan base just said, yes, trust the process, like they've given us something to trust. When in reality, we got told we have no money for a top manager, so we're going to have to make do with what we can. If that was Ljungberg potentially winning 2-3 games in a row, best believe he would have been made interim till the end of the year. Because it didn't work out like that. Something needs to be done.
You're speaking facts, bro. And the thing is as well, is that the FA Cup masked over everything. This is the same FA Cup, by the way, that Wenger won 3 out of the last 4 years he was at the club, and we all wanted him gone. Yeah. But now that's a yardstick to judge this guy. Oh, but he's only been in the job. He's had COVID. He's had this. Bro, I've seen people this weekend say, well, this season's a write-off anyway. It's a transitional year. We're Arsenal Football Club. What are you doing about it? He had a free pass from December last year to the end of the season because of the COVID thing. Cool. I totally get that. Yeah. You've got that free pass for the 8 months because the whole 4 month off. Cool. No way is this a transitional year, mate. Yeah. When I see the likes of David Moyes getting a result out of Everton, that was 10 years ago, out of West Ham, when he got the job after this manager, when I see Jose Mourinho spend less money in the summer than we spent and buy 5 players, and they're flying, they're flying. But all you get from them is, well, how many trophies have they won? Yeah. Well, on that basis, then, like I said earlier, Di Matteo is the greatest manager I've ever seen manage a fucking club in England. In 26 games, he won the Champions League and the FA Cup. How can you use an FA Cup to judge him on day-to-day bread and butter in the Premier League? It's embarrassing, mate. And the thing is, you were spot on what you said, People got giddy, and decided, oh, yeah, we're not going to keep the pressure on Arteta for the Cronkies. He said he is backed, We signed Thomas Partey on deadline day and everyone lapped it up, We could have signed him on fucking first day of the window. It would have been the same price, And then you get people sat out here giving the transfer window 7 and 8 out of 10. Well, on that basis, you're saying he's been backed. So don't be so fucking shocked when I want to stick it on your manager. Because you're saying he's backed. It's now on him to produce. Like,
beginning of the summer, we can look at it 2 ways. Beginning of the summer, either the Kroenkes come out, the club change their ways, and they support Arteta fully, and you see some sort of valid change, and we start the season well, and it looks different. And then you might be on this stream now, turning around to me and saying, you know what, maybe I should have had a bit more hope in him because it looks like he's doing his thing, but it didn't happen. So that tells me that the board can just change the manager every time, and large sections of this fan base will clean the slate. The process will start again. When in reality, I got to give you credit here, Lee, because as much as we disagree and as much as people have asked me why I'm doing the show on your channel, because you're so vocal with your Arteta out, you supported me when it was Kroenke out time, and when Arteta got appointed, they're here and there, even though I don't use Twitter much, you would still mention me here and there to say, well, I hope people are going to back Turkish this summer, or I hope people are going to...
Oh, brother, I was going out of my way to actively tweet you, not replying to your tweet.
I see it. So then I could see that even though you don't trust Arteta, you are still insinuating that what my opinion is the only way it can work for Arteta. So where are these fans that support Arteta? Go get behind what Turkish thinks, or what he believes in. So as much as you want him out now, you've also wanted the fan base to get on the right path and direction, and that in turn gives Arteta, the man you don't like, the right platform to succeed. So people, it's too short-sighted. People will see your tweets and people will hear sound bites and clips out of context, and they'll make of it what they will. I found that that's why I stay off Twitter. But sometimes it is fun, Sometimes it is fun interacting with these clowns.
Yeah, it is, because you know what? I'm proper echoing. No?
Say that again?
I'm proper echoing. No? Yeah, 1 second. I'll come back in, yeah?
Yeah. Lee gonna channel takeover. I'm not bringing him back in, people. It's over. This is my channel now. Lee's gone. Like, share, subscribe, do all of that stuff. Look, he's back. I'm taking over your channel quickly. I said I'm not bringing you back. I was going to change
it. No, do you know what it is though? Yeah, it's like I've seen so many people say to me, "You're not a fan. You're not a you're not a true gooner or a true gunner." What is a true gunner, bruv?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Define that for me. What? Because you back everything blindly.
Yeah. I could strangle a man. I've been so frustrated with some fans, and the lack of awareness, that I could strangle a man. But when I take a step back, I think, right, I'm gonna strangle a man for Arsenal.
Don't stress yourself, bro. Don't go jail, bro.
But it shows that I love them. Even a debate about my club can get to the point where I'm like, bruv, what are you saying? Like, that shows you care and love the club. Forget about how much money we've spent, how much miles we've traveled, how much time we've wasted. Forget all of that for a sec. The emotion comes. Even today, look, I started this thing calm. The more and more I talk, the more the old me is going to come out. You're going to just see me rip this thing.
Maybe not speak about Arsenal next show, bro.
yeah, mate. It might be a mad one. Let's hope that... Who we got next? Mate, we'll be talking about us for sure.
But do you know what the funny thing is? I think I'm echoing again. No, I'm not. I'm cool. Cool. Do you know what the funny thing is that you just sit there and you just think, do you actually want what's best for Arsenal? Bro, if we wanted Wenger out, to the point where we've been on protests, and stuff like that. We wanted the geezer gone. And people don't understand in their brain that you can support your team on match day without backing the manager. We used to travel everywhere.
Yeah.
Bruv, I don't, and the thing is, this is what gets me, it makes me mad, bruv, We've been in grounds where we've heard players racially abused. Iwobi every fucking week, We've been in grounds where you hear the most disgusting shit thrown at some of our players by our fans, But then you sit on social media, and if you don't back a certain player on social media, you're a scumbag, you're a Spurs fan. Well, you've never been to a game then, mate, because if you did, you'd see what it's like at games by our fans. And it's not just our fans. Every club has that, by the way. I've seen Man City fans punching each other up at the Etihad before when they were winning 3-0, or 3-1, whatever it was. They were punching each other up, and not just one or two. It was like 20 of them all having a brawl, So you get it in every fan base. It's like, for me, when I look at it, I think that if I'm at a game and I'm there on match day and I'm there to support my club and my team. I don't give a fuck if Ozil starts. That's irrelevant for 90 minutes. I don't care if Bellerin's at right back. It's irrelevant. After the game and before the game, I'll say what I want. As long as I'm not breaking any rules, regulations or laws, I'll say what I want. It's when you get people that sit there and just say, "Oh, you're fake because you don't win." Shut up, man. It just winds me up, man. We probably should end this up because I'm going to get angry, man.
You can't stop yourself thinking, If you see a lineup, you're going to have your thoughts, It's just that we're managing to project our thoughts on a platform now. That's the only difference. People have done it since the start of time in just different ways. It's gone from writing to blogs to now videos, It is what it is. There's different opinions. And one example I want to give, it happened the other day. I was arguing with a friend of mine in a WhatsApp group with like 20 plus people. And I said, Bellerin is shit. That's what I said. And it's similar to me saying Ceballos is dead after the Community Shield game. The amount of stick and whatnot. So I said Bellerin is shit in this group. And someone turned around and said, how can you say that? This is the problem with the fan base. This is why you suited AFTV. Things like this. And then later on, about an hour and a bit later, during the game, that same person said, Bellerin is whack. Yeah. Then I go to pull him up on it. And it just showed me that our fan base is soft. Because I used a word, SHIT, instead of WACK. Because I use shit instead of whack, it's oof. Don't say that, mate.
Yeah.
Give a fuck if it's shit or whack. It means the same thing to me. Not good enough, you know. But so many other fans stick on the way I said it. Or
See, Rant said this earlier. He said the way I deliver it, I ain't here to fucking please people. I'm here to give my comments. Yeah. My comments. Yeah. He goes, and I'm blunt with it, and I do this and I do that and whatever. Yeah. He goes, at the end of the day, it don't matter how I say it. If I think he's shit or whatever. Yeah. You just said the same. I say the same, bro. I've seen so many people, not just Arsenal fans, on social media. They say every single thing I've said on this podcast. Yeah. Every single thing I've said. Yeah. But then at the end of it, they go, but I still want to give him a chance. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, you've just fucking wasted an hour of my time watching your podcast then, because are you sitting on the fence because you don't want to go full Arteta out then, because you think that people will abuse you? Like, I know you're not doing that. Yeah, I know you're not doing that, because I know that you didn't particularly want him, but you're not against him being here because you think it for bigger reasons.
I don't give a shit about him. You know, either way, the problem is bigger than that. So there's still a long way to go, regardless if we sack him or not. I know it's not the be all and end all, but you're right. You know, a lot of fans think that they can't say the wrong thing in the wrong way because of how they're going to be perceived or taken, or how that might damage reputation, or if that might turn their friend against them, the one that they go drinking with on match day, or the one that go halves on a burger and chips with them. It's like, fuck all that, blood. This is my opinion. We have different opinions, me and you, Lee, but we still get along. You know, it is what it is. Fuck
Mate,
it.
I do the podcast with Kenny, Claude, Chig, Afsal, all these people. Yeah, bro, you should see the carnage in our fucking, and Zach and that. You should see the carnage in that group chat, bro. Yeah, the amount of rows we have in there, and then people go, "Oh, you all say the same thing. You all agree with it." Well, no, we don't. Like, that's why we wanted to bring it to a podcast format, innit? Like, because people see Kenny Ken's fan cam, they'll see Claude on his channel, they'll see me, they'll see Zach on his Twitter, they'll see Chig on his channel. Yeah, and they go, "Oh, you all..." No, that's why I bring it together, because now you can see we are actually all fucking arguing all day. Like,
But listen, Lee, it's happened again. It's happened again.
Oh, mate,
the whole way hour. But you know what? I've got another 5, 10, 15 minutes.
Do another 5, 10 tops. Yeah, 10 tops. Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go through them quickly. What do you make of Liverpool injuries and all smashing Leicester? They're on their way to the title again, isn't it?
Relentless. Yeah, Jota, what a player. What a player, bruv. Yeah, 40 million quid is an absolute bargain. And it just goes to show that it's our fans are funny, yeah, because they sit there and go, "Oh, ha ha, Liverpool are shafted." Yeah, Liverpool have got more chance of winning the fucking league than we have in the next decade. Why are you laughing at them?
Exactly.
Yeah, and they go and slap Leicester up. They made them look like a fucking relegation team, bruv. Yeah, it's mad. I thought they were quality, Liverpool, and with that guy Jota, he's only going to get better and better under Klopp, man. He is brilliant player.
Definitely, you know, we'll see. Another good buy, it seems, from Liverpool, and another solid win against a team that beat Man City away, Arsenal away. You know, so that just shows the levels at the moment. At the moment, the closest challenges, if you can say that, with 8-9 games in, Tottenham beating City 2-0 and Chelsea beating Newcastle 2-0, both on form at the moment, and both look like they're going to be in and around top 4 at the end of the year. What do you think about them?
Bruv, Chelsea ain't even clicked, like properly clicked. They can't even. Or Havertz has got COVID, I think, or got done tested for COVID positive, didn't he? Yeah. So he ain't even hit the ground running. Ziyech is a baller, bruv. Like, just watching that guy, and it's like we could have had that for £30 million. Yeah,
we don't know nothing, Lee. We don't know nothing.
Yeah. What do we know about football? You're just toxic, bruv. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, if they get it, I still don't think Lampard's that great. But the one thing I'll say is they're clearly fucking playing for him. Yeah. And Tammy Abraham, I think, is probably, although I think Giroud's a decent player now he's left us. It's like, bring him back, put him up front. If we're going to play this dead football, at least we've got someone who can hold the ball up. But I do think that Tammy Abraham's probably the perfect partner for Werner. Yeah, because he can win the headers, he can flick it around the corner, and he can score a decent amount of goals over a season. Yep. Whereas I don't think Giroud, he ain't got the legs to fucking score 20 goals or 15 goals or whatever Tammy scored last season. But Werner's not even in full speed, bruv. He was missing sitters again at the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guarantee you now, he don't miss sitters against us on Boxing Day. Yeah. No, they're a threat. They're a big, big threat. As for Tottenham, they're in a title race, mate. Convinced of it. And I'll tell you something now, right? This is how our fan base would go on. If they win the league, but we finish second, they'd be knocking one out that Arteta got second. That's how I see it.
Too many people are saying Tottenham and the title in a sentence, and it makes me sick every time. You know, you're not wrong. They look very good, but if that happens, God forbid, if that happens, I don't think there's much more left in me, Lee. You know.
The club enough to liquidate, bruv. Like every single one of these people that has spent the last decade making excuses, bruv. I expect nothing less from our lot. Yeah, we spent 10 years saying give Wenger another go whilst watching Chelsea dominate the world. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? If that lot win the league, and I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans saying they're irrelevant, yeah, and they're shit. They're not in the title race. They're bottle jobs. They ain't fucking bottle jobs now. They've got a proper manager, mate. Trust me. Yeah, proper manager. He might fuck them up later down the road. Do you think they give a shit if he wins them a title this season? Yeah, it's mad, bruv. It's crazy. Like ask Leicester. I know Leicester are kind of back up there now, but ask Leicester fans if they give a shit that they finished 10th after winning the league.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's mad. He's in the title race. They got a good squad. Yeah,
no, it's true. Chelsea, I think, finished 10th in between two titles as well. Ask their fans if they give a shit about that year. They won't give a shit. They won't even care that it happened because obviously their club mean business. And who are we moving on to? United. Not much to say there. Fernandes.
I was watching Rance's stream. He was ripping Saeed to shreds, man, with that killer pass. Yeah, he was ripping him. Then Bruno got the penalty. I said, "Boys, he's gonna miss it, bruv. He's gonna miss." I said, "And Saeed's gonna have to bounce off the stream," and he fucking missed it. Yeah. And then they got
Lee get Curtis Shaw.
We'll see if we can sort something. And my schedule is mad, bruv. Literally, I don't think I have a spare slot.
Well, I might be able to bring Curtis on this show.
Yeah, it's your show, bruv. You can do whatever you want.
I'll chat to him next Monday and see. Tomorrow.
Yeah. I don't think I've got a spare slot myself until next week. Like I had to write everything down, bruv. Like when you text me earlier about that, I was like, yeah, I'll see what I could do. Then I realized, shit, I'm on that channel. Like, because I checked my phone. I thought, let me just check quick, yeah. But my schedule is mental. It's absolutely mental, and it's set. Like, but I need to have it written down. Otherwise, I'll just say, yeah, cool, and then realize I've.
Yeah, I'm like that too. So I can't lie to you, man. What I'm gonna say before we wrap this up, Lee, give me your prediction for the Wolves game. It's early in the week, I know, but
they're playing tonight, isn't it? Are they playing now?
Yeah, they finished 1-1
with Sheffield United.
Southampton.
Oh, fucking hell!
Yeah, 1-1.
Was that at home? Wolves at home.
Yeah, Wolves at home. Theo got the goal for Southampton.
Fucking hell, Theo, bring him back. Is he bag 15, 20 goals a year? Better than Williams.
Imagine now what we got.
Mate, prediction for that game.
Win, lose or draw. Fuck a score sheet. Win, lose or draw.
As it stands today. Before anyone of you smart fuckers clips this, yeah? Don't forget I'll do my preview at 9 p.m. the night before the game. So it might change by the time I see
of course.
And that, yeah?
Press conferences, all of that. Team you need to know. Because with or without Partey is a whole different ball game. So we'll see. And we've got a couple injuries. Saka, Williams. So I want to hear the news later on this week. But listen, people. It's been a good one. There's still over 1,000 people here. Before you leave, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. The channel's in the title. Hit that link. Go over, subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed to Lee's channel if you're tuning in for the first time now. Like I said, hit the like button. Anything you want to add, Lee, before we go?
I'll take her out.
You got it in today.
Yeah, I did get it. Last week, I didn't get it in.
Yeah, I remember. And the week before that, actually. But people... this has been the weekend roundup. I'll be back next Monday, same time. Lee will be back tomorrow, all day as always. And yeah.